Hello everyone and welcome to another speed build on my channel amdasims. Today we're gonna do a bit of a different speed build since this is a mansion speed build in the Tudor style. So I took about 6 or 7 hours on this, but I think the results are worth it, honestly. Um, I think it turned out quite well. So this mansion is, I think, 7 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, I'm fairly sure, and it's in the Tudor style, like I said. So right now we're just doing the structure of the build, which it's an interesting structure. I used a lot of the get-together stuff. I think if you want to download this house, you definitely need the get-together stuff. I have used a lot of other packs, but what I've used from them are quite minimal. So you should be fine if you have get-together in the base game, although some of the windows are from Seasons and the fence is from Jungle Adventure. Some of the archways and doors are from vampires. But other than that, I think you should be fine to download it if you don't have those packs and just replace them with items you do have from the base game. So that should be fine. So right now we're just working on the structure, like I said, and it's a very interestingly shaped mansion. It has a lot of interestingly shaped rooms because I had to work out the floor plan in a weird way since I started out with the exterior before. I also had to cut out a lot from this video because the footage from this was quite long even after I sped it up. So I've cut out all of the bathrooms, a bunch of the landscaping, a bunch of the floor planning, a bunch of the wallpapering and such. So I've cut out a bunch. So right now we're just doing the windows in the area. So these particular windows are from Seasons, but the whole, most of the windows on the house are from Get Together. So right now we're putting in some of these stained glass windows which are Tudor styled. Also, I failed to mention that I built this looking at a reference photo. When you search up Tudor mansions on Google, it's one of the builds that come out of it. So the front is based off of that, but the back is, I didn't use any reference photos, I just went off what I was feeling at the time. So right now we're introducing some of this get-together paneling into this brick build, which I think breaks up the brick a bit because before it was just a bit too much brick and not enough windows and all. It would have just looked really bad without this paneling. So I think this paneling, and we're putting a circular driveway in, which I had a very hard time on since I can barely draw in real life, so I had to essentially draw this on a computer in The Sims. I had to draw it well circled, so I've just cut out me struggling with that. And now we're doing the front landscaping. So the landscaping is fairly minimal when it comes in terms of the types of plants we're using. So we essentially just use these like big round hedges, then we use those tiny like ground flowers, and we use those red like rose bushes, and that's about it. And then we use a bunch of trees from other we use some outdoor retreat trees since Windenburg actually has a lot of the outdoor retreat trees as the pine trees, so I wanted to blend that in. And we also have some of the base game trees, those like whatever they're called, the cypress trees, I think. They're not cypress, they're cypress maybe, I don't know. And these are the bushes we're talking about. So I do cut out a lot of the landscaping. Oh, right here we're building this sort of garage thing. I originally was inspired by those Sims 3 mansions that used to have these garage things, like the land grab estate in the Sims 3 and the Villa Alto or whatever. They had these garage things, so that was my original inspiration. But in the Sims 4 we don't have garages, so then my next idea was that would have been like a recreational room with a foosball table and such, but then I ended up putting the foosball table inside and such because there was just way too much space on the inside that I had to fill. So in the end, this place ended up becoming a storage room with a bunch of like cobwebs and boxes and such, which I could have done better, but there was actually nothing to put in. I filled up the whole house with literally every object we had in the game, so I just ended up making that into a storage room. So right now we're just finishing up actually we're not even finishing up the landscaping. We've literally just started to have to do the whole exterior landscaping, but I think I cut out a bunch of it, so we should be fine. And now we are coming to the backyards landscaping. So what I do here, that pool area, oh okay, apparently we're not doing that yet. We are doing this ivy which I use from that came with Get Together. I'm making the exterior pool now. So this pool is like an it's not octagonal, it's like a fancy shaped pool. And then here we make like a pool house thing that ends up having like a barbecue and other stuff and a hot tub and all. And then on the other side of the pool, we actually make like a gazebo thing with the new glass roofs. So that turns out quite well. I actually really like how the exterior of this house turned out. It doesn't look like much now, but with all the plants and all, it's very nice. Yeah, so here's the gazebo I was talking about with the octagonal gazebo, and then we just put the glass roof and in the octagonal shape, here, and in there we just put a table and chairs because I didn't know what else to put in there. So yeah, and just doing some more of the exterior landscaping. Man, there's a lot of exterior landscaping on this. I think I probably took about 2 hours on the landscaping itself, so it was a lot of work, but it was fun. Okay, I'm not saying it was not fun to build this. It was very fun. And more landscaping. I cut it out right about now, yeah. And here I wanted to add a hot tub somewhere, so I make this little area jut out from there with another glass roof, so it's like a hot tub area. So that's nice. And now we're just introducing some rocks into the landscaping, which works well in the end, and putting some more trees. And here I make the idea that I'm gonna make it a storage room, so I just put a bunch of windows there. And now we're finally on to the terrain paint, and I cut out most of this, yeah, because there was too much. And now I've also cut out the interior floor planning, but there's a bit left over. So yeah, this is a bathroom on the main level, and later on we do come here and add a few more bedrooms. This is just like the basic layout that I did here. And this area is the master bedroom here, with the master bath in that area and the master closet, sort of. And here's like a hallway with another bathroom. So just figuring out the doors. Yeah, all the doors, the interior doors are from Get Together, so yes. And this upstairs area is a sort of I don't know what it is. I just put you'll see what I put there. It's just a bunch of chairs, and then there's like a butler's room up there and an extra bathroom. And doing the exterior lighting, which I had to put in sneaky places that I wouldn't normally put lighting in, because the thing is, when you put ivy and put an exterior light on top of it, it lights up that one piece of ivy really brightly and the rest of it not at all. So then you get this weird lighting look at night. So I had to put the lighting in places that you wouldn't see that glitching. So that's what we did. So we just passed the entrance room. We do revisit it later. This is the dining room where we originally go with these yellow chairs. We don't stay with yellow chairs, we go with cream chairs. The yellow is not working, so I revisit this room later and change all of these chairs to yellow. I mean, not change them from yellow to cream. And I had a hard time filling up these spaces. Very hard time. And these lights, wall lights, are the ones that are used throughout the house. And those chandelier lights are actually from Jungle Adventure. I just liked how the Jungle Adventure ones looked better than the Get Together ones. But you can easily just replace them with the Get Together ones. It's okay. And now we are on to the kitchen. So the kitchen is this middle room here where we have like double stove, double fridges. It's a mansion, you've got to have these things, you know? And we have only one of these bar stools that I put here is usable, just because I wanted the placement to be nicer. And here we have the clutter objects for the whole kitchen area. And that's about it for the kitchen. Yes, now we're done with the kitchen after we put a bunch of lights, and now we move on to this mud room. Ugliest room in the house. So you're gonna see about a few seconds of it, and I cut it out because you don't need. And this is the formal dining, the formal living room. You can see I had originally planned this whole wing of the house to be the formal living room. I do change that because it was very hard to fill this whole room. So I just make this tiny area of that wing of the house the formal living room, and then the rest of that area turns into a library slash office slash piano slash sitting room. I don't know what it is that I put in there. It was like a bunch of just stuff you'd find in an office because it was such a big room. I did not know how to fix it. There's a lot of activities in there because I didn't know what else to fill it with. So yeah, and now we're on to that room. So you can see I had originally made an office in that bay window area, but that I did not show, but I move it here. So it's kind of okay that I didn't show that. So this turns into a library room with a bunch of bookshelves, and then that desk goes here with the two chairs. And yeah, just fixing up the windows so the bookshelves don't cover up the windows fully. Yes, and then here we have a piano, and next to it we put a nice chair that came with vampires. That one with that's like an L shape, but it's not. You'll see. I actually really like that chair and that sofa thing that came with vampires. I never use it because I don't know how to use it. I always feel like it works well next to pianos, so I always put it next to pianos in my builds. So I put it next to the piano in this build as well. And yes, so yeah, we put a chess table in here, we put an easel in here, we put a fish tank in here. We just put all the skill items in here. And then yeah, this is the sofa I was talking about. And this is the informal living room where people would probably spend their most time because it has the TV. And like I wanted to keep it regal in here as well, but less regal, you know. So these sofas are still very fancy, but they're less fancy than the ones in the formal living room, you know? Or at least they look more comfortable. And I put brick in here actually because I thought maybe this wouldn't be an area that they had like renovated and added on to the original house, which is why I thought that those big like conservatory windows would be cool in here that are on the side. Yeah, so maybe they had just renovated or added this side on in the style of the original place, and maybe that brick is like the exterior of the original house. Oh, and these like seasons things that came to decorate the table, I just wanted to use them because I thought they were very cool. And yeah, that's about it for this place. We also put a games table in here that came with Get Together because we need to fill this area in. So that's what we do. And now we're just putting these like palm plants and that jungle adventure plant everywhere. Those are the plants that are used throughout the house, so they're just the same plants repeated because that's just how I build my houses. I don't like to put different plants in different rooms. And now we're finally on to the bedrooms. So the bedrooms, they all have different colors, themes. Since this particular wallpaper I'm using throughout the house has a huge amount of different recolors, so that worked out well. So there's a blue room, there's a green room, there's a pink room, there's a yellow room, there's a orange room, I want to say. I think there is. And this blue room is, I'm guessing, like a guest room. It has its own balcony. But I furnished one room, two rooms for kids or teens, and then we brought two neutral rooms, could be for any age, like, and then we've got the master. So now we just go in and put the beds in all of the rooms because I thought we might as well get the hardest part. The hardest part for me in bedrooms is picking the beds. So we just go around and put the beds in all of the rooms so that I can just come in and jump right in when I move on to each of the rooms. So now we do this green room, which is, they all basically have the same furniture or similar furniture that matches the room style. Yeah. And that's the green room done, and now we're on the yellow room, which is the kids' room that I furnished. Yeah, I cut a lot of the bedrooms out because I did not want to spend so much time in this video since it's already a 28-minute. So yeah, this is the kids' room. This is like a teen's room, maybe another kids' room. Originally I had meant this to be a kids' room, but I actually forgot about it when doing the yellow room. So I made the yellow room the kids' room, and then I'm like, oh, we don't need two kids' rooms. So I finish it more neutrally, that one, even though it has a very pink bed. And this is another like neutral room with just normal decorations. I keep the rooms fairly simple, except for the kids' room. The kids' room I just decorated for a kid, but the rest of them are quite fairly like not tailored. And now I cut out doing all of the hallways because it's just a bunch of plants and chairs. And this is the master bedroom. It's fairly underwhelming actually. I was thinking of to make it more grand, but I didn't know how to make it more grand. So it's fairly underwhelming, but it's okay. It serves its purpose as a bedroom. And this is the master bath, which I've just done off camera. And then this is the master bedroom's closet area, dressing area, you could say. And it's just furnished like that. And then now we're on to the exterior. So I sized down these trees to put as around the columns like vines or so, because I thought that looked kind of interesting. It's an interesting way to use the trees. Here I just put the circular 60-seater table and put chairs around it. And then we have benches around the place. And a nice flower arrangement in the center, lots of plants. We also put this design in the pool, whatever it's called. Is it a mosaic? I don't know. And now we are onto this area, which basically the pool house has like a barbecue and a bar. So I put that entertaining purposes outside here, you know. So we've got the hot tub too. So it's a great place. And now we're up to this room, which I don't even know what it is. I put this weird like map thing from Cats and Dogs. It's a Brindleton Bay, and we're in Windenburg, but it filled up the space. And we put a bunch of chairs that are not usable. This is the maids, or the butler's quarters room thing. That's just up here, and there's a bathroom up here also that I did not show. And now we're on to this room. I just fill it with a bunch of different like clutter. We also put like this awning, the awning that came with Get Together, the glass one above here, and then we put some planters in front of it. And we size up a car and put it out here too, just getting the scaling right for the sim. And we don't put the second car. Pretend the other car has gone away. None of the other cars look good sized up. This is the only one that actually looks good in my opinion. And the pickup truck, but these are wealthy people. They don't use pickup trucks. And yeah, this one's just like, it's just like old furniture, quote unquote. I just put some furniture that I didn't quite like the look of in here. It's not bad furniture, it's just I colored in a way that looked bad. And that's about it for the whole house. So now we're just into the screenshots. So here we've got a few pictures of the front of the house, very nice. And then here we've got the entrance, then we've got the nice dining room. And then here we've also got this foosball table area, and then the hall bath. And then here we've got the kitchen, and then coming up is the informal living room. And then we've got another picture of that. And then here we have the formal living room. Very nice. And then we've got the office and a nice view from the second floor landing down into the hallway. Then here we have one of the bedrooms, the master bedroom. Here we have the master closet area and the master bath. Here we have the pink bedroom, and then the yellow bedroom, and then the blue bedroom, and then the green bedroom as well, but this is the blue bedroom's balcony. Yeah, the green bedroom. And then here we have the upstairs, whatever that room is called, area, and then the maid butler's room. Nice view of the backyard of the house. And then from the pool we've got a few pics of the hot tub area. Here's another view of the hot tub area, and then this is inside the gazebo area. Then we've got more pics of the exterior of the house. This is the little shed area, then the inside of it. Then here we have a few floor plan pictures, so the roofing and the third floor, and here we have the second floor, and then the ground floors here. And then finally a few last pictures of the house's front. And anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And let me know what you want to see next in the comments below.